Hi, Headphone Zone. My name is Harshit. I'm better known as Hashbase. I'm a musician, producer, all rounder.
Tell us how you like to listen to music every day and what kind of audio setup do you have for your personal listening?
I like to listen mostly on headphones. That's how I prefer listening to music. On the go, I basically prefer more like consumer based products which are easily accessible because I feel like as a musician, whatever music I'm making, I can it gets interpreted into that. So headphone wise, I use either the Sennheiser IE40 IEMs or if I'm wireless, then I use Beats Studio 4. And for my professional setup, I have a studio of mine, so that runs through a sound card and then it goes through the Atom T7V monitors. So always, but yeah, that's the setup to listening to music. Well, music is always happening. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you describe yourself as an audiophile? And can you tell us about the first time you listened to your favorite tracks on a high-end setup and had a wow?
I definitely say that I'm an audiophile, but more than that, I feel like I'm just student of music. I do music all day long. So, but the wow moment actually, it happened here also on this session that I did. But before that, it happened. I think last year in lockdown, I heard my music on in a very expensive studio and through very expensive monitors, and that was a wow moment because I'd done some foolish things on my mix and I could hear it on a very loud speaker, and it was a wow and embarrassing moment too. But the actual wow moment happened here when I heard it on the Messe headphones. Man, fuck. It was damn cool. Like it was really, it almost gave me an emotional rush while listening to the music that I have created. And it's also gave me a sense of, I don't know, it gave me a sense of like to know that this is how my music sounds on a high-end system. So yeah.
How do you think that your musical experience and background helps you better distinguish the way that music sounds on high-end headphones and like how we normally listen to it?
So, like music, I feel like every headphone has a color. So I take like music has colors. So I feel like every headphone has a color in it. Some are bass heavy, some are mid heavy, some are smooth sounding. I mean, these are very generic words that you can use. But while being the musician, because working through music all day and all night long from different studios to small time setups to portable setups to almost like like going all the way to just listening it on your phone speaker. What happens is when you go take a track and go listen it even on high-end setups in different headphones, you can make out instantly. Like I definitely like it does. It literally happens like this for me, that I can understand. Oh, if this sounds like this, or if this sounds too shrill, or this sounds too heavy, or etc. etc. So that it really helps. Like so yeah, it does. It's cool. It's chill.
Okay. What expectations did you have coming in today for the audio tour from like the brand and the equipment we have?
Only expectation I had was to try out at least 20 headphones, which I did. Yeah, I did. Also, my expectation when you're coming in a place like this, and thankfully, like being very honest, like there's a space where you can listen to audio products. It's a blessing because it's. How will you buy stuff if you can't listen to it? It's like, I don't know. I don't even have an explanation, like an example for it. So I feel like I didn't have any expectations. I was actually excited. And it was a very overwhelming experience because to hear your own music and also music by the greats on different, from high end to mid range to even, beginner, entry level headphones and IEMs, it was great.
Is there something particular that you would like your listeners to pay attention to if they had the opportunity that you had to listen to your own music on a high-end setup?
Just listen to my sound. There's a sound that every producer has a sound. I feel like I bring in a hash-based sound, and it is the more I'm producing my own music. The only advice that I would give to any listener would be every producer and every producer has a sound. So when you listen to my music, it automatically would give you that feeling that this is my music. Also, I am a very emotion-driven person, so I would want to emote that sound when you listen to it, so it should just touch your heart and soul. I know it sounds like too funny, but yeah. It is what it is. I don't care. I do care about the music. That's why I want people to feel the music. And it's also a very generic statement, but that's what I aim for with all the releases that have come and are going to come out. So, and the good part is, I'll add a little bit, is when you're listening it on a high-end setup, it's almost like HDD to your ears. So I feel like it should connect very nicely.
Is there someone you would like to recommend this?
I would recommend this to Ankur Tiwari. Ankur and the Galat family, I would recommend it to every musician, and I would recommend it to people who just like to listen to music as well. They should all come out here and just listen and try out their favorite song on a high-end setup.
What are your opinions on the live music scene, how it has changed post-COVID? I heard you're playing at Weekend.
Yeah, so now I feel we were all chained in behind a door. Now the door has been broken, so everybody's running out. So music scene is also like that. Everybody's running. So let's all I really want no COVID anymore, please. I'm done with it. And I also want a lot of music, which I'm so blessed that I have already played 2 gigs and I'm going to play what supposedly is the first festival. I don't know, the first festival that is happening. So I'm very happy. That I just feel like it's gonna be a gush of a lot of music that's gonna happen. So I'm excited. Unless if another COVID comes and says hi. So,
what are your thoughts on the boom in the indie scene in India?
Indie scene is the way to go. I always say it. I feel it's you're independent. You have a hold of what you're doing, and you also if you have a team, which I'm blessed to have with, you can get a very good direction, and also your thought processes are also, you are basically the director and the producer for your own stuff. And I've been a part of the indie scene for over a decade. So I feel like you can do a lot more, maneuver in a lot different ways, from doing X amount of shows to creating X amount of music. So there's no, it's all limitless. So I feel like the indie scene is booming, and it will constantly boom despite anything that is going on.
And lastly, what's next in the musical scene for you?
For me, take over the world. That's all. But no, take over the world. But a lot of more music, a lot of collaborations. I put out my first single in April called Lotus, which has been well received. Check it out on all streaming platforms. And then as we are doing this, I have a EP that's coming out for the summer called Fruits. So 2 fruits have already dropped, mango and pineapple, and 4 more fruits are all coming, and then a lot of more collaborations. Basically a lot of music and just doing my thing and then putting the Hashbase all out there.